Hello, this is the first episode of The Law, a podcast. I'm Chase Fagan,
And I'm Jared Klein.
and this is the story of the birth, the creation, and the perpetuation of the law. Let me read you a clip real quick. The law is a permeating force throughout nature and mankind. It is one of the most simple, fundamental, and cool and awesome forces and ways of life that exist in the whole universe. A dormant but infinite force that always pervades those who obtain it. This is the story of the law and its inherent characteristics of the funnies and the vibe. So Jared and I have known each other for a while back, all the way back until since 2000. Actually, we were born 2 days apart. You can guess who's the older one, and we've been best friends ever since. And along our journey, we've met a lot of crazy characters and people from around the world. But honestly, just day in and day out, we just try and live by the law, which is just the best way to live.
It's the only way to live. And
Exactly.
this is the first episode of our podcast. I hope you guys enjoy it. We're going to discuss some current topics, some topics that we want to touch on, and just shoot the shit.
That's the best way to do it.
Yeah, that's the only way to do it.
For real. So I guess we have to fucking start with
I
the
guess
most
we'll start it
blatantly
up.
obvious topic, the coronavirus.
Yeah. What's your take on the coronavirus?
What's my take on it? I mean, shit's crazy. It's like a simulation. Everybody's got to wear a mask everywhere you go. But I understand like the fear side of it. It spreads really easily. We just got to take precautions. There's a lot of dangerous disease out there, and this is just one of them. And I don't think we should just stop the whole world for it, but definitely got to practice safe habits going forward.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I also think that the mask wearing is definitely a major thing. I saw a meme the other day, and it was like, if you and someone else were both not wearing pants, and you pissed on him, then you get piss all over him. But if he was wearing pants and you pissed on him, then the piss would just be on his pants. But if
Right?
you were also wearing pants and he was wearing pants and you pissed, then the piss would just be all over your pants and
You
not
wouldn't
on
get
him.
it.
Right,
So it's like an
exactly.
analogy for wearing masks,
For wearing a mask. So like your
just
germs
pissing
aren't
on
being
yourself.
spread. Right, right.
Yeah.
I thought that was a pretty accurate analogy, especially with the people. I don't know about other places of the world, but I know in America, a lot of people seem to think that wearing a mask is like
Crazy.
a right,
But
or
I
like
mean, like, just today they announced that the SEC is doing a 10 game in conference only, which is crazy because that means the SEC is going to be stacked as shit. But I don't know if that means Florida State's going to play
I
the big rivalry game. They
yeah
have to do
I
it somehow.
Yeah, I agree. I think they definitely need to throw that in there. And I saw as well they added a non-conference Notre Dame to the ACC, and Notre Dame will be playing instead of fucking random
Really.
teams because they're non-conference in football. They're going to play some ACC games.
Dude, but one of the Gator players, I forget who it was, said like, what's the difference between getting on a plane and flying to Alabama and rather than driving down the road and like we play some interstate games at an out of conference level, but like it's still spreading the virus. Like I don't, they got to set their shit straight. It's either bubble, it's not. Like it's not making a
Yeah,
difference if you traveled somewhere. It's all traveling.
yeah, I agree. I think right now at this moment, the only thing to do for sports is a bubble. We can see that it's clearly not
It's
fucking working
work.
it's not working in the MLB.
Yeah, at
They
all. They're canceling games.
Yeah, they're canceling games. You got to travel the entire country. It's retarded. But but in the MLS, they've got them all in Orlando. One team showed up, had coronavirus. They had to withdraw. FC Dallas. The rest of them, coincidentally, nobody has coronavirus because they're all staying in the bubble. That's how you got to do it. The NBA is doing the exact same thing, and nobody has coronavirus. So as far as I can tell, the only
Obviously.
yeah, the only right way to do it right now is the bubble because then you can control who comes in, who comes out. You don't have these fucking. I mean,
I
they
didn't
they
think I didn't think I would like the bubble at first, but like just watching the Clippers Lakers game last night, it was kind of cool. The moving camera on the sideline was awesome views of the game. Like wow, it was dope, but like it's crazy different since it's never been done before.
well, I don't know if you've ever seen the TBT, the basketball tournament, but they do it. It's like
Yeah,
yeah. So that reminded me a lot of that because during the TBT there aren't a lot of fans anyway. And behind, like, you know how in the NBA they've got the video boards behind the benches, and the TBT they have like the bracket, so no one's used to seeing fans on the other side of the
Oh,
court.
true.
So
Yeah, you've never seen digital fans. That's the first.
yeah,
Even hmm, that's
so
crazy.
I really like the way the bubble's going. Um, it was great with the NBA scrimmages. Great start to the NBA yesterday. Like
Yeah, we should
incredible
touch.
start.
Who do you like, the Lakers or the Clippers?
I think you got to go with the Lakers. The Lakers, in my head, I know 3 years ago, this was 3 years ago, but 3 years ago, Braun fucking pulled those bums, like straight up a team full of bums to the NBA playoff, to
Like
the
you could
NBA
get homeless
finals.
guys on the side of
Yeah,
the street and make
yeah,
like there's literally so many homeless people, just picks them up, you, and then
yeah, and put
it's better
LeBron
than
on that
that team.
team. Yeah,
Holy
and you put
shit.
LeBron on that team,
And
and
they
they
beat the
crossed to the
best team.
finals.
So they were talking about that was the best team ever to be assembled, those Warriors. And he
Yeah, and
fucking
they
took those bums and beat them.
Yeah, and so
But
I really think LeBron with AD, he's
it
got some
seems,
bums there. He's got some JaVale McGee bums and some Dion Waiters and some
but
J.R.
I
Smith.
mean, they got vets. But honestly, I like LeBron and I like the Lakers, but I'm a big. I don't know. I like the Lakers or I like the Clippers going late into the postseason. I feel like they're more diverse. With obviously the Claw, the reigning fucking king of kings, Kawhi is the man. PG is getting hotter. He's splashing some shots. Then they got Joakim Noah, shout out a Gator alum. He's not playing too bad, but I mean he just needs a big man to obviously guard AD.
Montrezl
We got
Harrell's been playing pretty
Montrezl
good
Hill
this
and
year.
Lou Williams. I think
Uncle
they got like
Lou.
some shooters.
Yeah, I think the Clippers are going to be the ones to challenge. I also think the
Or is
Bucks,
Lou
but
Williams sitting out? He might not
no,
have
no,
played.
no, no. I don't know if he played last night, but Lou
Yeah,
Williams, he just
he's gonna
stopped for
play later.
wings. He just
Yeah.
stopped for wings. He didn't stop for
Oh
Clippers.
yeah,
So he just stopped for wings at the Magic City because that's how they do it in Atlanta. I
yeah,
don't
in
know.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
That's
clearly
awesome.
they
Wasn't
don't
he
do that.
vibing with Jack Harlow?
Yeah, he was. He
Did
was. They
you
were
hear,
vibing
bro?
together.
Did you hear the remix, the new "What's Poppin" remix?
I did. I heard the new What's Poppin'
It's
remix, and I think it's pretty good. The one
the
thing I have
baby
to say
Tory
about it,
Lanez and Lil Wayne. I think it's really good. Yeah.
I think it's great. The one thing I have to say about it is that Tory Lane's flow stole it right. I don't know if he stole it or if he's using Uncommon rapper, one of the OGs, Wretch. Spent a lot of time in prison, New Jersey rapper, but he's got that flow that Tory uses. He's
Huh? I
like
haven't heard. I'll have to look
the
into.
OG the OG guy of that flow, and I think that, in my humble opinion, I think that Tory Lanez needs to pay credit and show some respect to Wretch, who's been in the game, and
Damn.
everyone liked his verse. His verse was
If he
fire.
stole his shit, then yeah, he has to pay due respect. But I
Yeah.
don't think people put emphasis on like how goated and how strong Lil Wayne is on fucking everything. He literally just dropped a whole ass album in 2020, and nobody's talking about how good it is or how good he is and how he can keep dropping shit for decades.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I'm not like a huge Lil Wayne fan, but obviously you have to respect the king. You have to respect Weezy. You have to respect one of the goats of the rap game.
Going strong, yeah.
Yeah, one of the OGs dropped the album. He had the song with Uzi. That was fire. He was on that. He hopped on the remix. He's got his podcast going as well. So he's running the game right now. He's back in the game. I'm just happy that there's music being released. That's not trash, because obviously there was some trash releases. But we don't fucking listen to that.
We kind of got blessed up with obviously won a deluxe recently. Don Tolliver's killing the game 2020 this year. Let's shout out Donnie T.
Yeah, I agree. The big one, a deluxe. You got to go back to that. Just dropped an absolute masterpiece with Wanna, and then came back and threw
with 8 tracks.
Yeah,
with
threw it
fire,
right on the deluxe.
Fire features.
Yeah. Him and
What's
Thug.
your favorite off the deluxe?
I think One Watch is just so good. One Watch is such
with
a
Young
great
Thug.
song.
Yeah,
200 for Lunch is great.
200 for Lunch is really good.
And Wanna Flow, obviously with
obviously you gotta respect the feature of Lil Uzi on Relentless, because he just dropped a fucking insane with Eternal Atake, the deluxe. He says he's not gonna stop, so I'm waiting for when he's gonna drop next.
Yeah, and shout out to Uzi. Today's Uzi's birthday, so shout out Uzi.
Shout out Uzi for sure.
Uzi turns 29 today.
Happy birthday, baby Pluto, eh?
Yep, yeah, exactly. He teased a video with Future, possibly a tape with Future. It was alleged that a tape with Future was supposed to drop last night. It didn't. Obviously, you really thought that Uzi was going to drop it on the first on the first release. No way.
Yeah, what's up with these guys not dropping their shit? First, Kanye didn't drop Dawn though when he said he would Friday, but I wasn't surprised because
first we got to start. We got to start with he didn't drop Yandi.
I was gonna get to that exactly.
Yeah.
Well, I have a funny story about that because I'm a big Kanye fan. I remember he was gonna drop Yandi on Saturday Night Live when he was the musical performance. So I stayed up till midnight. It was some random ass day. I stayed up till midnight, and it didn't drop. And like,
him and Lil Pump did the
yeah,
I Love It performance.
They did the I Love It performance, and it didn't drop. And then a day goes by, it didn't drop. Whole year goes by. We're like, where's Yandi? I thought it was gonna be a huge, great Kanye album, but
should have been.
Then we get Jesus is King, which is a crazy. I mean,
Jesus is King is pretty good. I can't knock that. I really thought going into it, I'm not a huge gospel fan, obviously. Yeah. But he really killed it mixing the.
I mean, yeah, he's a master out producing.
Yeah, he is. I think he is the modern day GOAT. He's Kanye West, unstoppable.
Yeah, but speaking about Kanye West and his recent outbursts, how do you feel about just first of all his presidential campaign run? Let's talk about that. Then we'll get into, I guess, his mental health and what's going on with that. And I keep his tweets on every day. He says he's talking a lot about abortion, talking a lot about stuff. It's just interesting stuff. So let's talk about his presidential bid run in 2020.
So I think first it all boils down. Obviously, he's been teasing a presidential run for a while. He said back before Trump was elected, he said he was going to run in 2020. He said Kanye 2020, and he's always been saying that. And he came out this year. I think he came out kind of late, but he was just he was hiding. He was hiding for a while, and he comes out and he's like, I'm running under the birthday party, and of course I personally, I'm not going to get into politics, but I like both candidates, and so I think I'm going to have to.
I would have voted for Kanye too. Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
but it seems like it seems like that's a long shot. He's not even on the ballots of South Carolina. So fast forward to his outbursts, and I didn't even know him and Kim were like living apart for a whole year. Like, what's good with his kids? Does he see his kids? Like, damn.
I feel bad for him. I feel bad for him. I think the media follows him around and they nitpick at him and they bother him.
That's why he has to hide in Wyoming in his massive ranch.
Yeah, and he's really. I mean, I know people who struggle with bipolar disorder, and I know when you have a manic episode like that, there's almost nothing that's going to stop you and that's going to help you calm down. And people just need to understand that he's going through something and that he's not. It's like some of the stuff he's saying, he doesn't obviously mean.
Right.
And I mean, I don't know exactly what he means and what he doesn't mean, but I know that's what happens when you have a manic episode. But I really think that the media and the paparazzi need to fucking relax, because they were like taking pictures of them in his car at Wendy's, at the Wendy's drive-thru. Like give the man, when Kim was crying, give them some fucking space. Like, I get it. You get so many clicks from both Kanye and Kim Kardashian, two of the most talked about people on the planet. But you gotta chill. Yeah,
just chill. Have some pride, right? Like, some respect. But I think it's funny how now they're living apart. But like, obviously, this marriage was never gonna work out from the day you're taking two superpower stars.
You really think it's not gonna work out?
I mean, you want to see, like, he's tweeting about Kim K and still with Ray J. Like, that shit's on the internet forever. Like, the Kim Kardashian regime, like, they're two just superpower, like, crazy couples. I like couples like where you have one megastar, like just one random person. I think that's
and just
crazy.
Low key.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool ones like that. But like, speaking about two power couples or two power people like that coming together, obviously they're gonna crash. With the Kanye is just so out there and different than the fucking very controlled Kardashian regime, which is, I think, one of the most. I think Barstool and the Kardashian regime are some of the most fucking triumphant stories of American business like models. Like, damn,
I agree with that.
Chris fucking took her whole fucking consumerized her family.
Yeah, who are talented, who have absolutely no skills or talents or anything, and she made them multi-millionaires. They literally
billionaires, bro. They're insane.
They literally have nothing, no
but
talent.
Why is Kris Jenner famous in the first place? Because her fucking husband is OJ's lawyer. Like, that's crazy.
And her daughter is OJ's daughter.
Yeah,
that's Khloe Kardashian.
That's the crazy. that they
And then
came up
she
from
married.
O.J. Simpson's trial. Oh, bro, O.J. Simpson. Like, I think I just was thinking about that trial a lot because the fucking Ford Bronco, the famous Ford Bronco, he's dashing down. What highway is that? Uh,
I don't know. I'm
who
not an
knows? But
LA
he's
guy.
that.
I'm not an LA guy.
But then the fucking 2021 Ford Bronco, beautiful
Yeah, gorgeous.
masterpiece.
Yeah, gorgeous car.
Yeah,
Gorgeous
one of
car.
my
They really.
boys pre-ordered it. Like it's beautiful. Oh, I'm not even a gearhead. I don't even like cars that much. But like that is a beautiful car, just based
Yeah,
on the history and how they just brought it back and how they just perfected it.
yeah. I'd agree. I'd agree. I think personally, I think that if you own any car that's souped up, like a souped up car, a souped up truck, or souped up Jeep, you're compensating for something. I think that's small dick energy. But that Bronco is gorgeous. That's a
Yeah.
gorgeous car. That's a gorgeous car.
Wow.
And if I
Yeah.
had 10 cars, if I had 10 cars, that would be my 10th car.
Yeah,
It's a gorgeous
exactly.
car. It's a gorgeous
Like,
car.
yeah, if I was rich enough to have 10 cars, I would obviously have to have a Ford Bronco Flex, but
Right.
obviously it's not my number one. Like,
Yeah, of
obviously I would love
course.
a Tesla, fucking a Lambo. Oh, bro.
Yeah.
Speaking about power couples, this is a power couple I can fucking get behind. It's just Bieber and Hallie, or
And
whatever her name. Hallie, yeah,
Haley
Yeah, they are
Baldwin
just
Bieber.
dope people. I see them whipping the Lambo and they're just fucking rapping together. I think they're just crazy cool
I heard she
together.
wasn't a very nice person.
Really?
Some girl was is like a server in LA and does TikToks, even though I'm very anti TikTok, but we'll
Yeah,
get into
we don't,
that later,
yeah, fuck
obviously.
TikTok.
But I saw this went viral on Twitter, and she was like rating all these stars who had come into her restaurant, and like who was the nicest, who tipped the best. And she said Haley Baldwin, not a very nice person, but I don't
Really?
know them personally, so I'm not going
How
to come
many
out here.
supermodels do you think are nice people though? Like, do they need
I
to be
mean,
nice? They're just hot.
yeah, I mean, oh, I think everyone should be nice to
Yeah,
everyone,
of course, of course.
regardless of how famous you are or how wealthy you are. But I think everyone also has the right to behave the way that they choose,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
it's not your job to tell people how they should behave.
Oh, when I was on one of my mom's friends was telling me a story how randomly he got set up with Justin Bieber taking him wake skating behind his boat in Tennessee, in the middle of Tennessee, and he was just a stud like wake skater, like he's super athletic and he can just fucking sing the shit out of it, and he's
Yeah,
a man.
I'm sure he's got lots of free time on his hands.
Yeah,
All he does is make music and is famous.
I
So I'm
would wake
sure he.
skate if I could every day, and if I
Remember
could
when
get
he
that.
remember when he egged his neighbor's house?
Yeah, he was like
Yeah,
just a delinquent. Like
yeah,
when
he
you
used
had
to be
like, why
nuts.
wouldn't that would be us when we were like 15? If we had billions of dollars, we would just
Yeah,
fuck around with
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah, I'd be egging houses. Apparently, someone who was signed to Young Money said that they took a weed charge for Bieber when he was younger. But they said it
Really?
was, yeah, they said it was cool. They said they were cool with it. That and they took the charge, and Bieber probably owes them for it. So I can't
Dang,
I can't argue with that.
for sure. Wow, that's crazy.
All right, so you want to get into we I wrote a couple things down. I don't know if you did, but you want to get into some?
Yeah, I'd love to hear what you have to talk about.
All right, so let's just go right into it. Today's Friday. That means tomorrow's Saturday. Tomorrow, upcoming FA Cup final. I know you're a former Arsenal fan, current Chelsea fan,
Current Chelsea fan.
leader of the
I
bandwagon, leader of the bandwagon right here.
what? I'm not a bandwagon. What are you
You're the
talking
leader.
about?
You're the leader of the bandwagon.
Oh,
You're on the wagon.
well, I hopped on the ground and the bandwagon was coming and they needed a conductor, so I said, "Choo choo,
Right,
get the fucking
obviously.
aboard."
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Because I
obviously.
went to London this past spring break and I saw the FA Cup quarterfinal match between Chelsea and Liverpool, where Chelsea obviously smacked them,
Yeah,
and it was a
obviously.
great match. I love European soccer. I think it's the best sporting event to watch. Even though like Gator football and college football is amazing, but like if you want a best in-person sports experience, go to fucking Europe and watch a soccer game.
I can get behind that.
100%. Yeah, so that match was awesome, but let's talk about the upcoming match against Arsenal. Uh, should be exciting. I'm expecting good results. We just qualified for the Champions League, so I mean,
And fourth.
well, obviously we had to get to European football about talking about our jerseys we're wearing today. I'm wearing the PSG, obviously Mbappe kit from last year, and you're wearing your
I'm
beautiful
wearing
French kit.
yeah, my 06 France. This is the home kit, Zidane. So
Wow, I know you
yeah,
love Zidane.
repping the '06 France. I barely ever
Yeah,
take this one out. The back numbers are appealing, but I had to take this one out. It's a special
beautiful
occasion.
jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
but for the match tomorrow, I mean, I think we have a beautiful attack going. I mean, obviously the American 22-year-old Christian Pulisic is a
Number
stud,
22.
number 22,
22-year-old, number
and he's
22.
22 also, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, number
Yeah,
22
exactly. I had to
wearing.
get his jersey. It's
Yeah,
number
of
22
course,
wearing
of
tummy too.
course.
Yeah. He's been amazing. Just a real testament to the shitty American academies. He's just
Yeah, he's
obviously he
really
didn't follow that.
yeah, he's been stellar since the restart. Chelsea have been on the ball since the restart. Giroud's been playing well.
Yeah,
Will
surprisingly, he never played well at Arsenal, but now when it's crazy how just strikers like that can get so many goals just transferring systems. Like Lukaku from Man U, he wasn't that good there and scoring insane goals at Inter. Kind of like a
garbage
similar.
time goals, but
You're
I mean, but I
still
think
salty. He left.
I mean, I wish Lukaku well. I'm glad he left. I think Martial is a better number 9, but that's neither here nor there. Arsenal coming off the back of I think a win to close out the season in ninth. I want to say ninth
Yeah, they kind
place.
of had the upswing after the restart, but I mean, obviously they're
Yeah,
still shitty. They have
yeah,
no
they're
pass
still
superpowers,
yeah.
and
I
like
mean,
that's why I was an Arsenal fan for a while. But like they're a good London, nice London, very faithful club, but
it gets
just
tired
couldn't do it.
when
It
you
gets
don't win
tiring when
anything. I'm sure.
yeah, when the coaches suck, when like you have no consistency, when it's just too much is too much.
Yeah,
But we always had to resort to overseas clubs to support and love to watch and admire the championships because our home clubs in Tampa Bay have for our lifetime the past 20 years have just been absolute shit. I mean, in our obviously the '03
and
Bucks and like
yeah,
some of that shit, but like obviously in our current recollection, we have never really rushed a hometown championship. But
this
this
year.
could be the
And
year.
this could be the year. This could be the year. The Bucks yesterday signing who was it? LaShawn McCoy, one of the
Wow.
best running backs in of the past year.
Of the
Uh,
past, yeah.
to
I mean,
add
he's
to
older.
add,
We have an old veteran, and we have good youth, though. It's crazy. I
yeah,
hope it
yeah,
meshes up well.
yeah. I think it will mix up well. QB1, obviously, the goat Tom Brady. Super excited for
Imagine,
that.
imagine, like I hate all this shit seeing this on Twitter, but I have to say it still. Like, imagine just like even 2 years ago, or even just 6 months ago, saying that Tom Brady is going to be on the Bucks and like the coronavirus, and who even Trump is the president. Like,
Yeah,
wow, that's crazy how shit happens.
this has been insane. 6-time Super Bowl winner Tom Brady
Goes chooses
is
the Tampa
yeah
Bay Bucks.
is a Tampa Bay Buck, with taking with him one of the best tight ends of the modern era in Rob Gronkowski.
For real, just because
Really,
he loves Tom Brady, he's that much
yeah,
of a stud.
yeah,
And then
to really
I was
round it
watching
out.
ESPN, and they were comparing our wide receiver core to Arizona's wide receiver core. And what's your take on that?
Well, is John Brown still an Arizona guy?
I don't believe so, but they have some other. They were talking about some other guys I haven't heard of that much. But
Obviously, you
obviously,
can't
we have to
talk
put credit on
Cardinals.
Mike Evans,
Yeah, yeah, and you can't talk Cardinals without talking Larry Fitzgerald. But
right? And
I
now they
just
have
think that
DeAndre Hopkins though too. But I think Mike
oh,
Evans
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
and
just think that Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and Gronk and Cameron Brate and the new receiver, I forget his name.
yeah, they just signed him yesterday.
Yep, and now LaShawn McCoy, who can play both running back and in the slot.
We've never had a slot guy or even a running back in my knowledge. Like we've
I
been
mean, we
so
had
inconsistent.
Humphreys. Humphreys played pretty well in the slot. He's on Tennessee now, but yeah, I think our receiving core is stacked. I think our obviously the tight ends are stacked with both Gronk and Cameron Brate.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
OJ Howard.
and OJ Howard. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
insane.
yeah,
And then we have a nice defense still. Shaq Barrett is being rated as one of the best players in the NFL. Like he's getting some clout. Then we have Mitten Man
Dominican.
and Jason Pierre-Paul and
Yeah,
Dominican Sue.
JPP and Dominican Sue.
Mitten Man.
I think we're ready to dominate this year.
I think we are. I'm really
Yeah,
hopeful. And of course, no team has ever won a Super Bowl in their hometown. What a love story would it be
yeah, yeah.
for the Tampa Bay Brokes to fucking bring it home in the end of Corona?
In
Take us to
Tampa,
our word
Super
on that.
Bowl.
In Tampa, Corona-free, living lavish.
Yep. Super Bowl champs.
Tom Brady,
Tom
7
Brady,
rings.
7 rings.
7 rings passes Jordan. He's ready.
Count it up. Yep, count it
But
up.
don't forget when fucking Jameis Winston got in the huddle and was licking his lips, and
He
he's
was
one of
he was
the
eating the W.
eating the W. Yeah, but it would
A
be
clown.
we would be stupid to not mention to our viewers about how my roommate, the infamous Brian Gilligan, Ned Ziegler, had to shave his head because he didn't believe Tom Brady would go to the Bucks. And Tom Brady, we made that bet, and then in less than 24 hours, Tom Brady
Tom
signed.
Brady.
It was
Yeah.
just beautiful,
Yeah.
and
It
he
was
shaved his head
incredible. I
and looked
buzzed
like a
his
new
head. He
guy.
buzzed his
Oh,
head.
he buzzed it. Yeah, he's gonna
Right.
have to
Yeah.
shave it. So
Yeah, of course, because he
we're
didn't
gonna,
fulfill that.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, super excited for the NFL. I think the Bucks have a great shot. I can't believe that ESPN at one point was ranking the Browns over the Bucks. The Browns, who won 5 games last season, 3 games the previous season, and are just
Weren't they close
absolutely
to 0 and 6? They were 0 and
yeah
16
yeah
three
yeah
seasons ago, bro, or
yeah.
4.
They're terrible and
Like the Bucks were pretty bad, but the Browns, and we have
yeah
the best quarterback of all time. That's just
Yeah, and they
disrespect, man.
really said that they really tried to say that fucking Baker Mayfield, short midget Baker Mayfield, going up against the GOAT, Tom Brady, 6 rings. Yeah, yeah. ESPN, get the fuck
ESPN
out
has
of here.
really fallen off. Like people say that, but it's really true. I used to get up
It's
in
true.
middle school at 6 a.m. Turn it on. You
Turn
have
it
the
on.
ESPN
Yep, you
clicker on
got
the
the
side. You have the top
yes.
10 plays. I like the worst plays. I like just how it flows. 6:30 minutes. Turn it off. I'm ready for school. Ready to kill the day. Got my ESPN. Now it's all political bullshit. Now it's all just
Yeah,
like weird shit. Like I don't know. I
yeah.
don't want to
Weird.
watch that.
Yeah,
Where do you
discussing
get your
weird.
sports news? Like I still don't even nothing even compares to old ESPN, but like you got to
Yeah.
go to the apps. I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I really I try to use Twitter is really where I get my sports news nowadays. I don't listen to any of that ESPN Bleacher Report garbage. It's all dick sucking, dick riding garbage. All they do is dick ride the biggest in the teams in form and in the people that they choose. Yeah, like you said, ESPN super political now. I turn it on and they're talking about Kaepernick 75 hours a day.
Oh my god.
We already talked about Kaepernick. First of all, he's terrible. He's a terrible quarterback. He's awful. I agree with what he's kneeling for, but he is an awful quarterback. He sucks. Before he was kneeling, they benched him for Blaine Gabbert. He's terrible. He's fucking terrible. So, I stand with Colin on taking a knee, but he was terrible. Doesn't deserve to be back in the league. 4 years removed from it. There's no way he's making it back in the league. If Jameis Winston, who's blind and can't read street signs, can get signed, and Colin Kaepernick can't, there's a problem. If Nathan Peterman can get signed and Colin Kaepernick can't,
Yeah, obviously he doesn't have the talent.
Yeah, no, he
about
clearly
that.
doesn't. And I personally, I'm a Team Alex Smith guy, and you can't put the disrespect on the Alex Smith name. Even
I mean, yeah, what Alex Smith did with who was it? The Seahawks, right?
No, Alex Smith
No.
First he ran the 49ers, and he brought them to a game away from the Super Bowl. Then he's leading them again, gets injured, Cap takes over, and Cap did pretty well that season.
Oh yeah, it was the 49ers. What am I thinking?
But the next season he shat the bed and was terrible, and they benched him. And then the next season he was kneeling, but I just don't think he's a good football player. But that's
I agree.
That's
I was
beside the point.
thinking about the Seahawks because one of my good friends is a big Seahawks fan, but they transitioned from Matt Hasselbeck all the way to Russell Wilson, and Russell Wilson's a stud, but like obviously the Seahawks aren't better than the Bucks, and like
Yeah, no,
I like the 12th man idea, and that shit was cool, but like did they win that Super Bowl?
What? Which Super Bowl?
Did they win? What has Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson has the ring. So he's the man.
Yeah, he's the man, but you just can't compare it to the GOAT.
Fucking 6 rings.
Yeah, 6 rings. Soon to be 7 in Tampa.
Yeah.
All right. So next, we never rounded out the FA Cup final. Let's get your score prediction. FA Cup final score prediction.
Score prediction. Wow, I like this question because it's hard to say, and I love when I get it right because it makes me giggle inside.
Yeah, it makes you feel good.
Well, they do have good scorers in Aubameyang, so I don't know if we're going to clean sheet them because our defense is garbage and our keepers are garbage.
Keepers are
but
terrible.
I think we're going to have – we've been scoring a lot of goals. We scored 3 goals against them.
I think
Liverpool,
in almost
scored
every
a lot.
game you
We
put up
scored
at
a lot
least
against
3.
the Wolves. I know. I think it's going to 3-1 with Pulisic getting a goal.
Okay, 3-1 with Pulisic getting a goal. I'm going to say they're going to keep it close, and it's going to end 2-1 Chelsea.
Yeah, three
Aubameyang
two.
scores. Aubameyang's gonna get a goal for
Yes,
Arsenal. I think, and I think I think Willian scores and Giroud scores, and they round it out 2-1, and Chelsea takes home the FA Cup final. I'm not a
be a
big
great.
fan of overhyped Frank Lampard, but I'd rather Chelsea win than Arsenal.
Of course, and I mean, yeah, great way to round out a year of football. But Chelsea does have, I believe, Bayern Munich in the Champions League, which is coming back, which they are down a lot, but it will
They're
be nice
down
just to
3-0. Yeah,
3-0,
3-0
right?
on
Because we had a
aggregate.
red card. We had a red card, so not looking to win, but just nice, looking to get the. Honestly, look forward to next year with our crazy signings. Just get some experience and train for next year because we're very far. Yeah, that's a pretty
Yeah,
daunting task, and I'm not looking after we get an FA Cup
victory.
championship. Yeah, we'll just look forward to next year.
Yeah, yeah. I'm super excited for the next season. Obviously, being a Manchester United fan myself, and finishing third above Chelsea. Obviously, automatic qualification for the Champions League. We didn't even have to play a playoff. And looking to bring in probably the best English talent, definitely the best English talent overseas right now. Probably the best English talent in the talent pool right now in the England talent pool. Jadon Sancho. Pretty much nailed on. I mean, you can slate me all you want if I'm wrong, but it's pretty much nailed on. He's
Out of
gonna be
all your crazy shit you say, like I do believe Jadon Sancho will end up at Man U, but they're talking crazy transfer fee 90 million euros, right? A little bit
uh
more.
I mean, they're talking initial 60, they're talking 90, they're talking 85, they're talking 120. So at this point, everyone throws out numbers. The thing about the transfer window is that in order to really have a rumor, the first thing you need to do is link your player to Manchester United. Get the name out there. It's really the first thing you do. You get the bids going. You get the name out there. The biggest club in the world. Everyone knows Manchester United, so you link them. But I really think that Jadon Sancho is headed to Manchester, the red side of Manchester, the better side of Manchester, the real side of Manchester, actually, the real side of Manchester. None of that fake blue garbage. Yeah, super excited.
Yeah,
Can't wait to
bro,
tear it up, and just absolutely obliterate it.
I'm
Shoot for the
excited.
title. Yeah, shoot for the title next season.
Dude, I remember at camp, since we didn't have our phones at camp, you would always get so giddy and happy just looking at the transfer window news. It was awesome. We had this British counselor, Chad, shout out Chad, wherever he is, hope he's doing well, who loved football too. And Jared knows the most about football than any person I think in the world, maybe, and especially for Manchester United. He at the age of 10, he was looking for the transfer window, always on that, always grinds Football Manager, and he can name almost every Champions League final ever. What about who was in the score usually, right?
I
Or
can name. I can name
just the
the
team,
winners. I can name
yeah,
the
the team,
winners.
yeah. What about 2001?
Bayern Munich,
Who'd they play?
Valencia.
Who was on the Bayern Munich team?
Uh, I know Oliver Kahn was the goalkeeper, obviously.
Yeah, he was dirty.
Uh,
The Germans have always had just a great,
yeah, yeah,
consistent talent. And
the German.
goalkeeper status,
Yeah,
obviously, too.
Germany is a true football powerhouse, a talent factory, if you would. Especially recently for goalkeepers in Oliver Kahn and Manuel Neuer, and one of my favorites, Hans-Jörg Butt, the penalty taking keeper, formerly of Bayern Munich, and I believe Hanover, or Hamburg, my bad. But yeah, yeah, great. That was a great game of Valencia. I think that was the second year in a row they lost. They lost to Real Madrid the previous year. Absolutely got blown out, and they're
Yeah.
really going for it. And they beat Leeds United in the semifinals. Newly promoted Leeds United for the first
Yo,
time in
did you see
almost.
that picture of that family saying we'll be back when they got relegated and now they're back in the Premier League?
No, I personally hate Leeds United. Not a Leeds United fan.
Yeah, I'm not a Leeds United fan, but
But
it's cool to
I
see
did
how
see,
they.
yeah, I did see the picture.
Yeah.
I guess it's nice to have Leeds back. I just can't wait to travel to Ellen Road and smash on them. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's great. It's
bro.
great to have. Welcome back to the Premier League, Leeds United. Welcome back to the Premier League, West Brom.
Yeah, and that.
Championship playoffs soon. Fulham and Brentford up the bees, up the bees. Looking for Brentford, looking for first time in the Premier League for a long time. I'm not going to get all accurate on you, but up the bees. Fulham obviously relegated last season, didn't play very well, but owned by the Jacksonville Jaguars owners, the
Yeah, it's crazy
Cons.
how all the inner owners are interconnected. But I
Yeah,
think that really rounds it out for our soccer segment of the. Obviously we could shoot the shit on soccer all day, but I wanted to get to this really crazy thing. Last night I was just moving out of my apartment, and obviously I was playing the game of the summer, Warzone.
obviously, yeah,
Yeah,
obviously the
but
game of the summer, the battle royale game, the premier
yeah,
battle royale game, the best battle royale game available. None of that cartoon Fortnite baby garbage.
yeah, fuck. But for real, but talking about Warzone, my friend has the full game. Was like, I think gunfight's better than Warzone. I'm like, no way,
No,
dude. Like,
no,
you can't beat the idea of the battle royale, which is just so sick. You get to talk to your boys while shooting other people and like
yeah,
going around beating the teams. It's very more strategic, more thoughtful, not just running around just playing 2v2 like in
yeah.
2000. Like, what is this?
I'd
I don't want
agree.
to play Warzone. I don't want to play Gunfight or any of the. I didn't buy the game because I want to play Warzone only because I
Right.
love how it's free. I love how you can level up and just flaunt your cards and shit. Like,
Yeah,
really, we expected a crazy summer traveling, but I'm fine with the Warzone grind.
yeah, I'm really on that Warzone grind. Big fan of
Yeah, you
Warzone.
are.
Yeah, big fan of Warzone. I never thought I'd really get into the battle royale uh landscape. But after a couple of months, Warzone really became an addiction. Really been grinding Warzone. Obviously, they're my personal loadout. I use the Grau and the P90. I know you like the P90.
I like the P90 and I like my M13 leveled up.
Yeah, yeah. So you really can't beat it. I can't imagine playing another battle royale
I
game.
love how that Fortnite didn't have this. I love how Warzone really has more of like a buy station. Fortnite kind of did that in their later version, but like this is a crazy ass buy station. You can have the Gulag, which is obviously awesome,
Yeah, the
and I
Gulag is a
love
great idea.
all the in game like objectives, like the Recon Mania, obviously the Bounty Man, and
The Bounty Law, the Kingpin.
yeah. Why don't you talk about more of the Bounty Law?
Yeah. I think out of all of them, out of all the available pickups that you can get, I think the Bounty Law is my favorite. Definitely love pulling up. You get the bounty, you pull up with your boys, you wreck on the bounty. Not only do you get money, but you get their stuff and
And you
probably
get
their
kills
money.
and
Yeah,
X.
and you
Like
get
how do
kills and
you can't beat
XP.
it?
Yeah, you really can't beat it.
And
Um,
obviously, if you're in the Blard clan, which is us two and our friend Melman, nobody can fuck on the Blard clan, so we'll take up anybody.
Yeah, we really will. Any day of the week, we'll dominate.
Oh,
We'll
what's
pull up
up?
in the yard
For sure.
and we'll dominate on them.
So what is that movie that the Bounty Laws from?
Oh, so I don't know if you've ever seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Quentin
Yeah, of
Tarantino
course.
movie, of
I like
course.
that movie. Okay,
Great
we'll get into
movie.
that, but
Yeah,
go on.
yeah, great movie. And the main character, not Cliff Booth, but Leonardo DiCaprio's character.
Yeah,
I forget his name. And he's on a show, and a show called Bounty Law, where he plays
yeah.
a bounty hunter named Jake Cahill. And so when you pick up the bounty, obviously you have to say the Bounty Law because that's what it is, and that's the law, and that's how it goes.
Starring Jake Cahill.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
dude. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Like I've always known Quentin Tarantino is a good director, but I never watched Pulp Fiction. So
You've never seen, wait, hold up. You've never seen Pulp Fiction? Are you serious?
No, bro.
Are
I'm
you
sorry,
serious right now?
dude. No, I know I'm not a big movie guy, first of all. But after I studied like some film in some film section in high school, I was amazed how crazy like even every angle means something. Every little clip, every little sub, every little everything. I have so much respect for directors and movie makers. So once you hear a director's good, like you look into their shit. So I watched the Quentin Tarantino movie, this one, the Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I have to get to Pulp Fiction.
You
It just
should.
blew my
You need
mind.
to.
It just blew my mind. The casting insane. I think Leonardo DiCaprio's. I'm gonna say it, the best male actor of this generation of some generations. I don't know. I think he's a stud. I think he's been so young building up. I just watched the recent I watched a gangster movie with him.
You
He's
think he
been,
was? You think he's better than Brad Pitt?
yeah, honestly, dude, he can do crazy different roles. He's just the man, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Holy
he
shit.
is. He is the
And
man. I like
and
Brad Pitt as well.
in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, with some people don't know what the movie's about, give them a little synopsis. It's a crazy interconnected,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It's a crazy. Tarantino kind of makes a meta commentary on Hollywood as well as going in on the Manson family. For those
yeah,
you, or yeah, for the younger for younger listeners and those who don't know, uh, obviously Charles Manson, one of the most notorious. I guess you can call him a serial killer. He didn't really kill anybody himself, but
occultist.
yeah, a cultist, right, right. He led a gang of or a cult and brainwashed people. I could really go on and on
Yeah, yeah.
about it into the
You have
government
to
and
look into it
LSD and all that
yourself.
stuff. Yeah, but I thought I loved how Tarantino intertwined the real story of Charles Manson, the Manson family, and the murders of Sharon Tate and all of that with these
Yeah, it was really
fictional
masterful.
characters. Yeah, and intertwining these fictional characters with real people like Bruce Lee and and Sharon Tate and real people and mixing them together. And he made a great movie. One of the best
Yeah,
movies. I wait. I'll admit it. I waited a while um, to sit down and watch it. I never really got around
same,
to it, but
same.
when I sat down and watched it, I was hooked, and I've actually seen it 3 times now. It's that good.
Yeah. Yo, when that's talking about movies, I'm not a big movie guy, but it's always cool to rank shit. So when I was rushing, someone asked me to rank my 3 movies, and this is what I came up with, like top 3 movies. I'm not a big, like I said, it's just like a rough list. And I got to get diversity. So obviously I threw my favorite sports movie, The Sandlot. Love The Sandlot, just a classic
Yeah, classic sports movie.
hometown American sports movie,
Yeah,
of
you
course.
can't go wrong. Can't go wrong.
Then what else? Oh, I think then I threw in a comedy. Dang, one of my favorite comedies. I think I said Step Brothers. Step Brothers is up there.
Yeah, yeah.
Mike,
Another another great one.
we could think of some other better ones. I love Step Brothers. Obviously, Will Ferrell being a
Yeah, Will
clown,
Ferrell and John
and then
C. Riley.
obviously I got to throw in an action kind of superhero movie, and I think I closed it out with The Dark Knight.
Yeah, great pick. Great 3 picks.
Just a rough three I pulled up out of my ass one day. We could go into it deeper, but just what's your rough three? Just real quick, real quick.
Well, I'm a movie buff, I guess.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
not
a
like
bit. You
I'm
know a
not.
lot of
Yeah,
actors there.
I like movies. I think you have to put Borat up there. This
Wow,
is
bro,
in no order. It's
I
top
haven't
three,
seen.
no order.
I gotta tell you, I don't know Borat that well. I
You've
haven't seen
never
it enough.
seen Borat?
I think I've seen it when I was younger, but never recently where I would
Borat, yeah.
understand anything. We need to watch that
Yeah,
shit. Borat.
Borat.
I
In
need to
no
write. I'm
order.
actually writing that down on my phone. Okay,
Yeah,
go on.
I keep a list. Borat. Uh, Let me actually look at my phone. I keep a list. There's so many
How can
great
I watch Borat?
online on any streaming service.
Stream?
That's
Just stream it?
yeah, stream it or
Just stream it and hook it up to my Apple TV and put it on
yeah.
my TV like we did.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let's go top
Yo, I'm
in
sweating
no
my
order.
balls off out here.
In no order. Borat, then District 9,
Never seen.
great movie again, and then I'll finish. This is a definite number one. This is my only definite number one. Watchmen, probably the greatest superhero movie of all time.
Which one's that? I've never seen that.
You've never seen Watchmen? Gee, what are the probably
Okay, that's not as bad as when we were at camp and some kids would say they've never seen Lion King.
Yeah. Oh my.
How could you have never seen it?
Yeah. How could you have never seen The Lion King or Cinderella or something like that? I know someone who grew up in Germany and they've never seen a Disney movie before in their life.
Really, a single
Yeah.
Disney movie? Wow.
Yeah. Like they watched The Lion King for the first time last year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how you could be that.
It's crazy different over there, but they have Disney in Europe. Like it's not.
Yeah, but
American.
she was born there and then moved here and still hasn't seen any Disney movies. So
Oh, what?
yeah,
That's
I can't get behind that. A little crazy.
Yo, remember? It's crazy how when we were at the camp we keep referencing is the summer camp we went to, Camp Coleman since 2010, and we have crazy funny stories from there. But we have a lot. That's what we reference a lot with our jokes. But we would always sit on these bus rides whenever we're going whitewater rafting or some day trip, and they'd always have the the movie screen on there, and we just always watch the movies. But all the girls on the trip always get motion sickness because they have weak stomachs.
Yeah.
And the fucking camp would pass out Dramamine, like candy to 10-year-olds. Like, how many do you want? 50? Oh, okay. Here's 50 Dramamine for a 10-year-old. I don't know. They might be popping them in the cabins. But anyway, one of our good friends, Marley, always gets motion sickness, and whenever on our 3-hour bus rides, like, so she would ask. She was one of those girls who asked. I think she copped 100 Drammies at one time.
Yeah.
So she was infamously called the Drammy Mammy.
The Drammy Mammy. Right.
Obviously, she pops all the Dramamine.
All the Dramamine, and if you pop some Dramamine and you fight sleep, you can actually hallucinate. I don't recommend doing it. I've never done it, but I know that I
knew you could do it for some actual hard shit, but that's why I was surprised they were handing it out like
candy.
M&Ms. Just like, have you ever had those little M&Ms in those tubes?
Yeah, the tubes that you pop it open.
I want one of those. One of those.
Yeah, you love those. Good. Yeah, you're the king of that.
My brother loves those because he loves chocolate, but I love that shit too.
Yeah. You really can't go wrong with M&Ms, pure chocolate. M&Ms were actually created, I don't know if it was by the government or the military, but they were created for the world wars with that coating so that the chocolate inside would never go like stale or melt or be gross. So they put that coating on the outside, and then it just became a thing. And who doesn't fucking like M&Ms? You've got to be a fucking brainless retard to not like M&Ms.
Yeah,
not like M&Ms.
Yo, M&Ms made by the Mars Candy Bar Company. There was this crazy freak kid at our camp whose name was Mars, and he would like eat his hair and shit. Like, there were a bunch of weird people with weird syndromes. Like, not that weird syndromes are weird, but they were weird people.
He was a character, yeah.
Yeah, he was a character. He would eat his hair at the pool, and like people would rub his stomach, and it was real weird shit at age 11 you don't want to see. Damn. Yeah, but bro, I mean, on the law, the first episode, we've talked about a lot of stuff. I mean, we can't give the listeners too much excitement and joy. We got to keep them coming back for more tomorrow and the day after. I mean, we're just starting here. We're shooting from our houses, but we'd love to level up.
And we'd love for you guys to join in next time.
For sure. Well. If you liked your time here, definitely like our videos and follow along, and we'll be posting them incrementally coming up.
Yep.
So have a great Friday, and we'll catch you tomorrow.
Yeah.